Novel is written, a writer is just like a god, to the characters within the story. He's like a god who is, who knows the back and front of the story itself. So how does that feeling comes, that everything is in the control of your own hand, and you can twist and turn your character, you can twist and turn the events, you can put any character into a trouble, you can put any character to what the character desires. So how does that feeling of becoming a god of all the characters and the storylines appeals to you?
Well, that's a wonderful question, and in one sense it's exactly right, but because you are in a godlike position and you're not God, you're an author, it takes you to God. The story, for me, is bigger than me, and it needs to be bigger than me. If I'm writing something I can write down because I know it so well there's no exploration in it, that's not going to be a story that has much tenor to it, much depth, much layering. But if I go into a story looking for this heart that I believe is in it, and I write it out, and I let the deeper truths speak to me, and my characters develop, they tell me where we need to go. And so it's like it is true that as you develop the story and the threads in it, more and more and more as the book progresses, the manuscript progresses, your characters will tell you what you need to do to be true to that story.
Great.
And so it's like it's bigger than you. And for me, that brings me to the only thing I know to call it is the divine.
Correct.
And so that's wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah, King, like you are now today author of 3 books. Have you ever fall in love with any character of yourself, or have you ever been in a situation where you are creating problems for the character, but at the same time back of your heart when you are off your desk